Welcome back. This is part 5 of the Blu-ray collection. We're basically going to finish off this whole big shelf, get through the rest of the M's, all the N's, O's, P's, the very few Q's, and most of the R's. So, without further ado, Mercenary for Justice, pretty decent Steven Seagal. Miami Vice, the movie, that's really, really good. A double feature of Midnight Movie and Killer Movie. Midnight Movie's really good. I haven't seen Killer Movie yet. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, great movie. Mile 22, I liked that one a lot. $1 Million Baby, I know it's a classic, but I haven't watched that yet. The Mimic set, this comes with the director's cut of Mimic. Mimic 2 and Mimic 3 Sentinel. I haven't watched any of those, so... Minions, that's alright. Miracle at St. Anna. Haven't watched that yet. Mirrors and Mirrors 2. Haven't watched those either. Ms. Bala, pretty decent. Missing Link, really good movie. Then I have a lot of Mission Impossibles. So we have the trilogy here, which comes with Mission Impossible 2, and Mission Impossible 3. And then this 5-movie set, which comes with 1, 2, 3, as well as Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And then I have another copy of Ghost Protocol by itself. And then Mission Impossible Fallout, which was... These are all great, but Fallout's the best one so far. Mistress America, that's pretty good. Moana, great movie. Molly's Game, another great movie. Moneyball, I've heard great things, but I've surprisingly not watched that yet. Money Monster, really great movie. Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University. Monsters, Inc. is my all-time favorite Pixar movie. I have an original one-sheet of it right up there. And University is solid. I haven't seen... the new show yet, but I hope it's good. Monte Carlo, this movie's terrible. Moonlight, great movie. Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge, really good animated movie. They are doing another one. It's coming out at the end of August. Most Wanted, it's pretty decent. Motherless Brooklyn, highly underrated. I love that one. Brooklyn, excuse me, I don't know if I mispronounced that. Movie 43, yes, it's considered one of the worst movies ever made, but I enjoyed some parts of it. Mrs. Doubtfire, classic. The original Mulan and Mulan 2, and the remake of Mulan. The original Mulan and the remake, I think, are both great for their own separate reasons. Mulan 2 is pretty horrible. Did not like that one. Muppets Most Wanted, loved it. Murder in the First, pretty decent. Murder on the Orient Express, loved it. Looking forward to Death on the Nile. My Best Friend's Girl, wasn't a big fan of that. My Bloody Valentine, the Scream Factory Blu-ray steelbook of this, great movie, highly recommend that. Napoleon Dynamite, classic. By the way, of course, that is the original, not the remake. I haven't seen the remake. Then 2 more classics, National Lampoon's Animal House and Vacation. And then we have National Lampoon's Van Wilder, which is fine. National Security, I love that one. National Treasure, that was pretty good. National Treasure 2, Book of Secrets, I have not seen that yet. Triple feature set of Natural Born Killers, which is one of my all-time favorites. Any Given Sunday, which is pretty decent, and JFK, which is another one of my all-time favorites. Nazis at the Center of the Earth from our buddies at the Asylum. Haven't watched that yet. Neighbors and Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. Both are pretty good. Nerdland, haven't watched that yet. Nerve, solid movie. Neverland, haven't watched this yet. This opens up, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It opens up, you get all those pictures. Wow, neat, cool. Alrighty. Double feature docu-set of Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy, and Crystal Lake Memories, The Complete History of Friday the 13th. Both of these movies are phenomenal. They are must-see, must-own documentaries. Highly recommend both of these. Never Sleep Again is 4 hours long. Crystal Lake Memories is about 7 hours long, but they're both fantastic. Next, that's pretty good. Niagara, haven't watched that yet. Night Catches Us, also haven't watched that yet. Nightcrawler, fantastic. Night Hunter, pretty decent. Then the original classic, Night of the Living Dead. I do have to get the Criterion Blu-ray of that. 9 Months, haven't watched that yet. Then we have Ninja and Ninja 2, Shadow of a Tear. 2 Scott Adkins movies that I surprisingly have not seen yet. If I can get it back in there. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Ninja Assassin, haven't seen that yet. No Country for Old Men, I also haven't seen that yet. No Escape, that's pretty good. Nonstop, also pretty good. Norbit, ridiculous, but I like it. No Reservations, haven't watched that yet. No Retreat, No Surrender. This movie is one of the very definitions of cheese, but it's so good. I highly recommend getting this Blu-ray because it comes with both cuts of the movie. So, yeah, that's pretty solid. No Tears for the Dead. Haven't watched that yet. Notorious, the Biggie movie. This I recently watched for my now completed Tupac marathon because Anthony Mackie plays Tupac in this, and this is, yeah, that's Anthony Mackie, and I don't know if you have seen any photo of Tupac, but he does not resemble Tupac whatsoever. And this was a really good movie. There were some problems that I had with it, but it was still really, really good, and one I highly recommend. No Way Back, haven't checked that one out yet. Oblivion, really, really good movie. Observe and Report, highly underrated, love that one. Ocean's 8, solid movie. And then the original Ocean's 11, which I have not watched. Office Christmas Party, that's pretty decent. 2 movies called Officer Down. We have this one with Stephen Dorff, whom I love. But you also have David Boreanaz, Stephen Lang, James Woods, and Soulja Boy. Yes, Soulja Boy. There he is. And then this one with an E, Officer Down. This looks nuts, but it's from Magnet, and they put out some really good stuff, so that should be good. Old Dogs, I like that one. Olympus Has Fallen, good movie. Once Upon a Deadpool, it's fine. It's basically the PG-13 cut of Deadpool 2. Not too bad. And then we have Once Upon a Time, the complete first season, second season, third season, fourth season, fifth season, sixth season, and the 7th and final season. That's a show I haven't watched yet, but I do look forward to watching that. Once Upon a Time in America, great movie. I was happy to actually find this on Blu-ray because they actually, for the first time, put the full 251-minute version of the movie out. So that's pretty awesome. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I absolutely love this movie, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Once Upon a Time in the West, haven't checked that out yet. Once Upon a Time in Venice, it's decent. I remember liking that one. One Day, really, really good movie. Double feature of One Good Cop and A Stranger Among Us, 2 movies I have not watched yet. Then we have the Ong Bak trilogy. This comes with all 3 of the movies. Ong Bak the Thai Warrior, Ong Bak 2, The Beginning, and Ong Bak 3. What's it called? Sorry, The Final Fight. Okay, yeah, sorry. Haven't watched any of those yet. On the Job, haven't watched that yet either. Onward, great Disney Pixar movie. Open 24 Hours, really, really solid horror movie. Highly recommend that one. Orphan, one of my all-time favorite horror movies. I love that one. I am both nervous and excited for the prequel that's coming out. Otis, haven't seen that yet. Our Family Wedding, that's not very good. Outcast, haven't seen this yet, but I can only imagine that it's terrible, so... Out for Justice, that's a classic. And then I thought this was 1 and 2, but it turns out these are 2 and 3. We have Outpost Black Sun and Outpost Rise of the Spetsnaz. So I am missing the first one. Outrage, haven't checked that out. Overlord, really solid movie. Oz the Great and Powerful, really good movie. Pacific Rim, really good, and even though I don't have it, I did enjoy the sequel. Paddington, fantastic. And then 2 versions of Paddington 2. There you go. Pain and Gain, great movie. I'm on the hunt for the collector's edition that they did. Paradise, I haven't watched that yet. Paramore, The Final Riot, good concert. Paranormal Activity, the complete set. I watched all of these, or I've seen all of them, and it's going to sound cliche, but the only good one of those was the first one. All the other ones were pretty bad. Paranorman, haven't seen that yet. Parasite, great movie. I do need to get the Criterion of it, though. Parker, pretty solid. Paul, I haven't watched that yet. Passengers, underrated movie. I like that one a lot. Passion Play, haven't seen that yet. Patriots Day, great, great movie. Patton, I know it's a classic, but I haven't seen that yet. Paul Blart Mall Cop and Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, those are both okay. Payback, the director's cut, great movie, although if you have the movie on the director's cut, I highly suggest keeping the theatrical cut because the third acts of the movie are completely different. So, be on the lookout. Penguins of Madagascar, solid movie. I didn't skip one, did I? Nope, I did not. Triple feature of People I Know, Albino Alligator, and Ordinary Decent Criminal. I remember these two being okay, and Ordinary Decent Criminal is pretty horrible. I remember that very vividly. Peppermint, really good. Perfect Blue, the best anime movie I've ever seen. Really, really great movie. Found this for pretty cheap, and I don't know if I'm going to get around to getting the other seasons, but it is the complete first season of Person of Interest. Then we have the original Pet Sematary and the remake. I've seen the remake, which I thought was fine, but I haven't seen the original yet. I know, shocking. PG, Psycho Gorman, really, really fun movie. Pineapple Express, good comedy. Pinocchio, I know it's a classic, but I have not seen that yet. Piranha and Piranha 3DD, 2 movies I have not watched yet. Then a little out of order, but we have Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, which is the 3rd film. The 2nd film, Dead Man's Chest, and the 1st film, The Curse of the Black Pearl. I still need parts 4 and 5, which are both pretty solid. The whole series as a whole is solid, but I'm telling you, Curse of the Black Pearl is the best one. It's awesome. Then we have Pitch Perfect, 2 versions of it. I found one with a slip to kind of match the other ones. 2 versions of Pitch Perfect 2. One of them came with a bonus disc, and I didn't want to part with the other version. And then Pitch Perfect 3. This is the one with the bonus disc. Love all 3 of those movies. I used to really hate the first one, and then I came around to it. And then the sequels are just really funny. Pixar Short Films Collection Volume 1, 2, and 3. If you are a fan of anything Pixar and their shorts, these are must-own sets. Pixels, that was fine. Planes, that was also fine. I like the sequel as well. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that's a classic. Playback, haven't watched that yet. Playing with Fire, it's decent. Double feature set of Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World. 2 movies I have not seen. Poetic Justice, really good movie. The original Point Break, classic. The remake to Point Break, which was alright. Pokemon Detective Pikachu, solid movie. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping, love that movie. One of the best soundtracks ever, too. Another Criterion here with Portrait of a Lady. I found this for stupid cheap, so that's why I picked it up. Possession, not that great. Alright, this is the only other 4K I have in my collection, and that is Possessor Uncut. And the reason why is because the uncut version got a standard Blu-ray release, but all of a sudden, the day of release, no online retailers were carrying it, and Best Buy wasn't carrying it. So the only way for me to get a copy of that Blu-ray disc was buying the 4K. And it's a really good movie, but, you know, still, I'm a little mad that I have to have the 4K of it. Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, solid movie. Pound of Flesh, good Van Damme movie. Power Kids, haven't seen that yet. Power Rangers, really, really good. Kind of sad we're not going to get to see a sequel to that. Precious Cargo, it's alright. The Predator 3 movie set, this comes with the classic Predator, and the other 2 I haven't seen, Predator 2 and Predators. I have seen The Predator, I do own it, but, you know, it's called The Predator. That one was pretty good, too. Premonition, really underrated. Pride and Glory, really good. Primal, pretty decent. Primal Fear, haven't watched that yet. Prisoners, great movie. Prom, it's alright. Prometheus, great movie. I do need the rest of the Alien movies. Promising Young Woman, I absolutely love this movie, and I cannot recommend it enough. The absolute best movie of last year. Prom Night, the remake, it's decent. Psycho, this is a classic. Public Enemies, haven't seen that yet. Pulp Fiction, one of my all-time favorites. It's in my top 5. Punisher Warzone, that was pretty decent. Now for the 2 Qs that I have. We have Queen and Slim, which is great. And Queen of the Damned, which I haven't watched yet. I still need the first movie, Interview with the Vampire. So, and we have another steelbook here, Rad from Mill Creek. I'll actually take this out and show you. Look at how cool. I have not seen this movie yet. If you are not into steelbooks or if you missed out on this, they are re-releasing it on a standard Blu-ray disc, but I just had to get this because it looks sweet. Rage, that's a pretty decent Nick Cage movie. Cage Rage. Raging Bull, I know it's a classic, but I haven't watched it yet. Raging Phoenix, also haven't watched that yet. Ralph Breaks the Internet, solid sequel. Rambo, the extended cut, and then Rambo, the theatrical cut, along with First Blood. Rambo, First Blood Part 2, and Rambo 3. And Rambo, Last Blood. All of those are a lot of fun. Rampage, it's stupid, but it's fun. Rampart, I haven't watched that yet. Random Acts of Violence, great Shudder original movie. Rango, I know that's somewhat of a classic, but I haven't watched that yet. Ratchet and Clank, that's not very good. Reach Me, I haven't seen that yet. Got a bunch of Stallones in this row. Ready or Not, so great. Love this movie. Oh, I'm happy that they chose the directors of that movie to do the new Scream movie, because I'm really looking forward to the new Scream movie. Ready Player One, pretty solid. Real Steel, highly underrated. Reanimator, the first time I watched this, I was a little put off by it. I don't know if I was in the wrong mood for it or what, but I got to rewatch it, so I can't say my opinion fairly. Reasonable Doubt, haven't seen that yet. Rebel Without a Cause, That's a classic. That is just an absolute classic. Reclaim. Haven't seen that yet. Red and Red 2. Two really good movies. The original classic Red Dawn. And the remake of Red Dawn, which is pretty good. Redemption, also known outside of the U.S. as Hummingbird. Haven't watched that yet. Red Heat, that's a great Schwarzenegger Belushi movie. Red Riding Hood, pretty stupid. Would not recommend that. Red Sparrow, really good. Those are all the Red movies, by the way. Relic, this is a Scream Factory edition. Really, really good movie. This thing did some things that Hereditary did, but they did them better, because I'm actually not a fan of Hereditary. And before you ask, I hated Midsummer. Rendition, haven't seen that yet. Replicant, another really solid Van Damme movie. Replicas, it gets made fun of a lot, but it's goofy, but I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. Repo Men, haven't watched that yet. Reprisal, that was alright. Reservoir Dogs, classic. Resident Evil Damnation and Resident Evil Degeneration. There's another animated movie out there that I need to get. I have not watched the animated movies. Resident Evil, The Final Chapter, I thought that was pretty good. I do have the other Resident Evils. They're right up there. They're in a box set. We'll get to them later. Promise. Return to Sender. Haven't seen that yet. And two more I haven't seen. Rest Stop, Dead Ahead. And the sequel, Rest Stop, Don't Look Back. Retaliation. That was alright. Let me move here a little bit. Revenge of the Green Dragons. Haven't watched that yet. Revolutionary Road. Also haven't watched that yet. Richard Jewell. Great movie. The Riddick Collection. This comes with Pitch Black, The Chronicles of Riddick, and The Chronicles of Riddick Dark Fury. I haven't watched any of these, and I do need Riddick. Ride Along and Ride Along 2, both pretty decent. Righteous Kill, haven't watched that yet. Riot, also haven't watched that yet. R.I.P.D., it's pretty decent. Risky Business, classic. Robin Hood, the 2010 version I have not seen. Stay away from the 2018 version because that was really bad. The RoboCop trilogy comes with RoboCop, which is a classic, RoboCop 2, which is pretty decent, and RoboCop 3, which is okay. And also just okay, the remake to RoboCop. Rocket Man, love that movie. Double feature set of Rock and Rolla, which is awesome, and Swordfish, which I have not watched. Rock of Ages, highly underrated. Rockstar, haven't watched that yet. Rock versus Cena, Once in a Lifetime. I'm assuming this is just a match. I have no idea. Rocky, the Heavyweight Collection. This obviously comes with Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and Balboa. All of them are pretty solid. And we finish up this part here with Rogue. Pretty decent little animal thriller. The director of this, MJ Bassett, just came out with a movie called Endangered Species, and I actually watched that, and that wasn't too bad. If this is the way he's going to go with his direction now, then I guess so, you know. It's something he's passionate about, and they're cheap, cheesy, and entertaining. Oh, alrighty, so that is it for this part, and that is it for this corner. Stay tuned for part 6, where we not only move on, but we go on to this shelf, which finishes up all the R's, we get through all the S's, and the very beginning of T's. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. And, that just reminded me, because it's a poster of a superhero movie. No spoilers. I did just get back from seeing Black Widow. Pretty awesome. So, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.